जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। नाना शास्त्र विचारणैक निपुणौ सद्धर्म संस्थापकौ लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्यकरौ राधा कृष्ण पदारविंद भजना आनंदेन मत्तालिकौ वंदे रूप सनातनौ रघुजुगौ श्री जीव गोपालकौ. So, continuing our seminar on sound education, this is segment number 11. So, we very elaborately discuss para and Pashyanti because we are supposed to analytically not just read but study Srila Prabhupada's books. So, our main education, both primal and advanced education, depends on the books of Srila Prabhupada, which will guide this world for the coming 10,000 years, according to Srila Prabhupada. So if you believe in those words, Yasya deve paradeve yatha deve tatha gurau, one who has firm faith that in his spiritual master, that he is repeating what comes in the disciplic succession, which originally issues forth from the lotus mouth of Padmanabha, Bhagavad Gita as it is. So, Tasya, only for him, the secrets of the scriptures are revealed. You must have immense faith that Acharya says, then I am supposed to find support to show to the world that my Acharya is a walking, what do you call it? Not Vetamani's Puranic encyclopedia, but Vedic encyclopedia. Everything he says, he thinks in Sanskrit. Prabhupada told, I don't think in English. Most of you should know that when you speak something in a language, either your mother tongue or father's tongue or uncle's tongue, whosoever tongue is, or maybe your own tongue, any language you are speaking, but within the mind you are thinking in some other language, whichever is very easy for you. That language will be there in Madhyama, and in Vaikharika it comes out as Bengali. Just like Ami Tumi Gamcha Paikana. One of my friends, he used to learn Bengali. In the beginning stages, he didn't know the Sandhi Samaj, so he just said all the important words. Ami Tumi Gamcha Paikana. Like that. So there is certainly Arthasraya. Words are depending on the meaning. Definition of sound according to the Vedic literature is, it denotes a conscious person behind it. And it must have some meaning which is of some use to the listener. And that is a discussion you see between Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami. Parikshit was 100% sure that on the seventh day by sunset, Takshaka will come and he will bite me and I will have to leave my body. So as soon as he understood that, he relinquished everything. All his Prabhupada said in that lecture, here, all gold he was wearing. And he renounced all that. And he donated the cows through the Goshala in charge. He told them, give 100 cows to a Brahmin. Let there be a lot of sacrifices here. So, and then he told his ADC, AD in camp, that please tell everybody that I won't be coming back because I have only 7 days left. So, at this juncture, what one should be doing? Because he knows that in 7 days he is going to die. How many of us know when we are going to die? Maybe just now, maybe 7 minutes, maybe 7 days, maybe 7 years. Nobody can give guarantee. Nobody can give guarantee. As soon as Yama presses the bell, that's it, we will go. But Prabhu, we are devotees. Yeah, how much percentage you are devotee, that much Yama will also give you a little bit tax exemption. But don't think that you are going to escape Chitragupta's personal diary. Everything you do between the closed doors of, maybe the building is called Kanch building or Discus building, they don't discuss those things over there in Jamapatna. Whether you are a temple president or a GBC or, you are a zonal secretary or whatever, beyond Viraja, these things have no value whatsoever. So, if you are not a surrendered soul, then you are sure to see the Yamadutas. Just like Ajamila. He made a Nama benefit. He got a benefit by calling his son because he got so scared when he saw the Yamadutas. They looked very, like the Halloween costumes in America. And he just said, Narayan, 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 and just Narayan heard it and he sent his messengers. And Yama's messengers and Narayan's messengers had a very nice discussion. Not like our Ishtakoshis, whether such and such Maharaj should get 2 liters of milk or 1 liter of milk. Or how long was the Putana witch? Was she 300 miles long or 300 meters long? What difference it makes? A small baby killed her. Maybe she was 3 million miles long or light miles long. But our Krishna killed her. That's the point. Amnaya praha harimiha paramam. Hari is supreme. And that is revealed in the scriptures and he confirms it. Vedashya sarvair ahameva vedya. And Veda is para. Within para, there are some apara also. If it is talking about earth, water, fire, ether, air, mind, intelligence and false ego, then that Vedic verses are called apara vidya. Most of them you will find in the Atharva Veda. Atharva Veda is meant for body maintenance and world maintenance without any hindrances. Prevention is better than cure. Every day they were chanting Kriminashini mantra from Atharvana Veda. So because they were chanting this, those Gurukulas, they were like a shelter in between a huge Sahara desert. A few palm trees, a little water, and some chairs for sitting down. And the rest of it is all sand. And the sand snakes, they have the same color as sand. Suddenly you will see in front of you, the sand has become like curve, and it is moving. That means it's a snake. In the snake bites, you look around, there is nobody in the Sahara desert. There is no one. So you can scream, call your bodyguard who has got a special kind of ringtone, but Salman Khan will never reach there. You know why? Because who wants to walk in the desert? There is a particular time when the camels, they go in a crew. Like 200, 300 camels will be going. And after that, it is the next day. In between, you won't see anything. And the mosquitoes are like 6 inches. I am not exaggerating. Generally, a small mosquito is about 6 inches. And worse than mosquitoes are the desert bugs. These bugs, they make a music sound from about 10 meters far. You can hear it like that. So if you were intelligent, if you had some snuff, you know what snuff is? Snuff is tobacco made into a powder that you take through your nose to keep your throat clean. If you had some snuff, and if you had some turpentine or some spirit or alcohol, you mix them at that time, not before. And then you apply all around your body, you will smell very, very bad, but at least you will be living. Because one of these bugs can kill you simply by stinking. So, if one would have just heard, a safari ride in Sahara Desert, is the best thing to do. That's not true. I won't say it is the worst thing to do. If you join some spiritual institution, you will see more bugs than this. These bugs are those bucks. Bucks are the basis. Purity can become a farce. Futility may be the important point, not utility. Futility is the principle. Purity is a farce. Bucks are the basis. And preaching is the excuse. Now this is Vaikarika. Actually, the Pashyanti is, books are the basis. Purity is the force, not farce. Utility is the principle. Dovetailing, not crowtailing. Dovetailing is different than crowtailing. Have you ever heard of crows carrying letters from one town to another town? No, they can't do that. They are conditioned in a different way. But the dove, kabutar ja, 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 you make a small steel round and then you put the letter inside that and put it on one of the toes of the dove, and then you just direct it by talking to it. First you have to train it, of course. All the doves cannot take letters. So anybody who has some tilak and kantimala cannot be, a receptionist or the top brass of a spiritual institution, because Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Kontir mala, naker tilak, deko kolir chela. But Srila Prabhupada said, I want class. I don't want mass. He didn't want number. He was not interested in it. During his time, centers were run by 3 devotees. And they were not only the residents of the temple, they were the office bearers. One was a president, one was a secretary, the third one was a treasurer. And they were book distributors. They cooked the deity offering. They ran the Govinda's restaurant. They went out doing park programs. And they did a Ratha Yatra. Because it is Ratha Yatra, from nearby centers, other devotees will come. In India, the practice was wherever Prabhupada was, all other centers, the staff will be like thin staff. That means minimum how much you need. That's all. The rest of them will all go where Prabhupada is. So Indian Express and Ananda Bazaar, they were interviewing one devotee. They said, wherever Prabhupada is, you have hundreds of devotees chanting and dancing. All your centers have like this? So that Prabhu said, yes, very soon. Interestingly, his prediction came true. Both the reporters became devotees. Now they are both in Pune under Radheshyam, and they do such wonderful social media preaching about ISKCON. And to give one example is the Vizag temple president's wife. In the Facebook, she preaches. It's so amazing. So much power, so much purity. She's just a grahastha. And she attended one of my Bhagavad Gita 1-week courses when she was 12 years old. Now she has got 4 children. And practically the temple president is also my student. I don't want to mention the name. Practically he just does ESMD. Means eating, sleeping and meeting and defending in the meeting. That's all he does. But he's very expert in that. We cannot say God should have made banana without the peel. Imagine bananas hanging in the tree without peel. Who can eat them? How they will exist there? So you will have active intelligent person as a devotee. You may have lazy intelligent person as a devotee. Or you may have a lazy foolish devotee. Or you may have active foolish devotee. But this active foolish devotee is the worst. He is no different than the monkeys in Vrindavan. Most probably the monkeys in Vrindavan, they were all temple presidents. Not a ISKCON, Mahant. Mahant in our language is temple president. In Hyderabad, somebody called my god brother Mahantji. So he said, I'm not Mahant, I'm temple president. अरे सब एक ही चीज है यार, जो चेक में साइन करता है वो महंत है. And very interestingly, there was a pun between that god brother's name and it was also sounding like Mahant. That's another story. Prabhupada used to say, that is another story. So, this Pashyanti is directly with Paravyoma and this Para is directly with Paravyoma. It comes from there actually, Padmanabha Mukhena. So the whole Bhagavad Gita, unless you teach it as it is, you can be teaching it either in Pashyanti or in Madhyama, majority in Vaikarika. So there is no effect. That is why Prabhupada said, purity is the food. He didn't say it, actually it was Shyam Sundar Prabhu. Shyam Sundar Prabhu brought these lines and Prabhupada liked it. So because he liked it, it became like the slogan for the organization. Books are the basis, purity is the force, preaching is the essence, utility is the principle. I was talking about dovetailing and crowtailing. You can crowtail, but crows, they won't carry these things. See, these are all conditioning. First of all, you should know. I tried to show that illustration of 4 varnas, but they say that some mechanical problem. How 3 gunas make 4 varnas? Prabhupada's explanation. Predominantly Sattvic guna means Brahmin. Predominantly Rajasic with a little Sattvic and a very small Tamasic, that is Kshatriya. Predominantly ignorant with a very small portion of Sattvic. For selfish reason they will give something to the temple or whatever. That's Vaishya. And otherwise they are majority ignorant. They are so ignorant because they work hard like cat and dog, or in Prabhupada's words, like pigs. They work so hard to get some tasty food for themselves and their immediate or extended family. And the pig finds the same satisfaction in eating hot stool coming from the backside of a man. I know you don't like to hear the word stool, but stool, it is a common example in Sanskrit works. And what do you do sitting in the Bait Singhasan? You are also passing stool. Some people have not gone to school, so they don't know where to pass stool. I know one god brother who came to one of our temples in Delhi, and somebody was cleaning the bathroom, some new bhakta of course. Of course, all the nectarian services the new bhakta has to do, because he is not initiated. So, he was cleaning, so he closed the door, and this gentleman had to pass his stool. So he was shouting, he saying, I am Prabhupada disciple, I will pass stool right here. So someone came close by, another godbrother, and told him, my dear such and such Prabhu, this is the only way to prove that you are Prabhupada's disciple, that you will pass stool in the veranda where everybody is walking. There's a guy cleaning the bathroom, man. You wait, otherwise you go to their bathroom. No, I am Prabhupada's disciple. I will only go to this bathroom. Okay, so wait, pass stool in the veranda. So you will prove that you are not in the mode of goodness. Chamo, damo, tapo, saucha, shanti, arjavam, evacha, jnanam, vijnanam, astikyam, brahma karma samavapmucha. Somebody will pass stool in the veranda and claiming, I have an acharya. Doesn't work, man. Sorry to say. And we have a commercial break now. Ta-da-ding-ding.